Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lizette Valencia, and today I'm going to be doing a persuasive speech on the importance of furthering your education and how it can lead to better opportunities. Most people stop their education right after high school, some even prior to that, for many reasons. Whether you're a parent or not, wouldn't you want your child to succeed, for you to succeed, to obtain a career, to potentially become your own boss? I'm a student myself who did not attend college right after high school. I took several gap years, but I didn't realize how important going back to school was for me, especially for my job. Furthering education can lead to benefits both in your personal and career development. We're going to be talking about 3 main points in today's speech, which would be the lack of qualifications and education restrains you from obtaining an excellent job, how obtaining a degree or a certificate will bring new opportunities, and how you will become educated, well paid, and you can potentially become your own boss. To start off, many job opportunities require an education background, whether it's the completion of your high school, like the high school diploma, your AA, your bachelor's, your master's. You always need some sort of education background. The lack of qualifications often stop you from obtaining that job you really want to apply for. Per se, if you want a job that has to do with childcare, you need the minimum qualifications of an AA or some sort of teaching certificate like a CDA or your ECE class. With that, like the fact that you cannot obtain the job that you really want, health issues occur. You start getting, whether it's sad, depressed, you just start feeling down about yourself because the lack of education that you have is what's preventing you from obtaining what you want, your goal. And with that comes financial issues. The fact that you can't get a good job, or the fact that you didn't get into the job that you wanted to, that leads to you not having income. And without income, you can't pay your bills, you can't do some sort of payments that you have, you can't do the car payment, house payment, any utility bills. It really affects you. Not having that education background, not obtaining that job you really wanted, it really takes a toll on you. And according to the Center of Society and Health, those with less education are increasingly more likely to have risk factors that predict diseases such as smoking or obesity. A simple degree, a simple education can cause those problems. They say once you start seeing progress, you start seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. So with knowledge and education background, many opportunities start to arise. They start to come. You become more qualified in that job position, and it could lead to promotions. If you have some sort of a certificate and you took some sort of college classes that have to do with your specific job title, or that job title that you really want, you start gaining knowledge. You become more educated in that topic. And with that simple statement of you going back to school, that step on going back to school, you opened a new door for yourself. You not only now have the ability to apply for that job because you are now qualified, but it could also lead to promotions. If you get that job that you initially wanted and you continue studying and going to college, then you could get an even higher position, and so on and so forth. And with that being said, I have this picture right here that kind of talks about the different degrees or levels of education that you have. The more education you have, the better pay there is. So for a high school diploma, it's a certain amount of money, and then it starts increasing as you increase your education, and so on and so forth. Along with this one, the annual median earnings of someone with a high school diploma is just only $30,000. However, someone with a bachelor's degree is $44,000. Someone with a master's would be higher. Someone with a doctorate, it would be higher. It starts increasing as you gain more knowledge and continue your education. Education is essentially the key to your success, to any success. Getting a degree or certificate allows you to become successful. You obtain the raise you wanted, or even obtain a better job. You're not going to be stuck in that same job that you now outgrown. Maybe with that education or degree that you now have, you could start your own business. You could work for a different employer who pays you even more. You gain networking knowledge. You start talking to different kind of people, and you essentially become well known. You start knowing other people that have more qualifications, and your knowledge just starts increasing from there. You gain personal development. Going back to school, you not only now are certified in whatever you decide to go back to school with, you gain new knowledge about that specific topic. You learn skills, valuable skills, which whether it's like teamwork, personal, you gain time management. And you start kind of juggling all different areas of that successful career. Based on the article by Forbes called New Evidence Documents That College Degree Pays Off by a Lot, the median earnings of a bachelor degree in comparison to a high school graduate was almost $25,000 higher. Those different degrees have such a huge impact, because if you only have your high school diploma, you get a certain amount of money. But if you continue your education and you go to school not only for 2 years, but for 4 years, for 6 years, and so on and so forth, that money, that income increases drastically. Now you're not only just a high school graduate, but you have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and your income starts growing, as we saw previously on the charts. So in conclusion, returning to school or gaining additional knowledge will make you successful, will come with many opportunities. The absence of credentials can become a barrier to you and your future. Opportunities will arise once you start to expand your education, to further your education, and ultimately your degree will expand your horizons. You're going to gain so much knowledge. You can potentially, instead of working for someone, people could be working for you. Whether you get a short certificate, start slowly, but never give up. Don't stop your education. Strive for a better future and pave the way for those who look up to you. Thank you.